Okay, so for science today, I'm just going to go over a couple definitions or meaning of words that relate to the activities that you've done the past couple days. There is a YouTube video to kind of explain a little bit more and then just talk a little bit. There is no activity though for today. So the first definition I want to talk about is weathering. Can you say that for me? Weathering. That is, rock is worn away or broken down into smaller and smaller pieces. That is weathering. And you can hear and see the word weather. The next definition or meaning of a word, erosion. Say that for me. Erosion. That is when soil and rock is removed from one area of earth by natural causes such as wind, water, and ice. It is transported or moved somewhere else. And that is the definition or meaning for the word erosion. So I want you to think about how these two words are going to relate to the activities, what you've been observing in your past couple of science activities when you have gone out and observed maybe like your yard or a nearby playground, and then when you looked at the landform pictures and how the landforms, like how they got to be the way that they are, how they've changed over time, how weathering and erosion have affected these landforms. So there's going to be a YouTube video. And so I'm going to read this to you, and it says, the changes you saw in your yard compared to the landform pictures you observed are in a much smaller scale, meaning they weren't as big, but are still similar because they experienced some of the same weather. The shapes and formations of the land might look different. Wind and water will still have an impact on land. So I have a question for you. Have you ever been playing in the sand with water or playing with the hose? You probably noticed changes in the sand or yard due to the amount of water, or due to the movement of water. Even that small amount of wind and water as runoff can cause change in the land in your yard. So think about the amount of force that came with the movement of wind and water to make the different formations in the pictures you observed. So when you have maybe played with like the hose or just with like sand and water, and just with you playing with that and been able to change your yard just a little bit, that was just a small amount of force, and you were able to do that. You looked at pictures of formations of land formations that probably had to have great amount of force for years and years. Think about that. Think about the amount of force that came with the movement of wind and water to make those different formations in the pictures you observed. So I want you to think about that. Don't forget to watch the YouTube video.